friends, and welcome back to my channel. Today I want to be talking about mental health. So this is a video that I've felt recently that I need to put up. I think because I'm going to be releasing a song that kind of talks about my mental health, or touches on it. I shouldn't say it's like a whole song talking about it. So I felt like it would probably be good to preface it with my story, I guess. So I'm going to be talking about that today. And if you have any questions or comments, or you want to talk about something that maybe you're going through, I'll have all of my social medias linked in the description below, as well as my Instagram handle in the corner, which would probably be the best way to reach me. My story kind of starts out when I was 14 years old. I was diagnosed with an anxiety disorder. It was my freshman year, and it was probably midway through, and there was something that was dumb that happened in school. It was a very small thing, and I just started feeling breathless, I couldn't breathe, and my throat was closing up. Just a really odd feeling I'd never felt before. And it honestly felt like I was spiraling out of control and just not myself, and I had no control over what I was doing or my breathing or just life thing. So I went to the school nurse because I thought I had anaphylactic shock. I thought I ate something that I shouldn't have, and I was needing to go to the hospital. So they called my mom because the nurse was like, girl, I can't do nothing for you. And so they called my mom. I went to the hospital to make sure nothing was actually wrong with me. And they diagnosed me with an anxiety disorder. I was put in counseling when I was 14 years old. My life has not been heavily traumatic. There have been a few things, but for the most part, I was okay, fine, counseling, whatever. So I went to counseling for 2 years, and things started looking up. I had always kind of been more of melancholy and quiet, and I like spending time by myself, and I just figured that's the way I am, which is true, which is very true. But it wasn't until it would have been my senior year, when I was 17, that I started hanging out with some people that weren't the best influence on me. I think I started changing a lot, and I think that made me really, really uncomfortable with who I was. In turn, I just went into this really deep, deep depression. I just couldn't get out of it. I would come home every day, or I wouldn't even leave the house, and lay on my floor. Not sleep. I would just lay on my floor and listen to music. It was a really hard time because I didn't feel like I had anyone to talk to about it. I had my family, but I was 17, so it was I felt awkward talking to my family about mental health issues. And then my friends were also, I didn't have a lot of great friends. I had one really good friend. It was still uncomfortable to talk about how bad I was feeling, because it was a different kind of sadness, and I'm really bad at explaining my emotions and how I feel most of the time when I'm talking. So on that summer, on the 4th of July, I tried to kill myself. Before I get all these comments of saying oh, I'm so sorry, blah 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 blah, it was what it was. And it's not making light of suicide, because I've seen the consequences of that in people's lives, and I am so happy that nothing happened to me and that I was okay. But I don't want people to feel bad, because I don't want that event in my life having a power over me, and having power in places it shouldn't. I've really worked past that, and I've really tried to work past that. So all that aside, that happened. After that point, I think it was the turning point where I really wanted to start getting better. So I checked myself into a psychiatric ward on New Year's of 2014-2015, which I don't know why. I think the holidays are just really hard for me. And probably a lot of other people, but yeah, holidays are really difficult. So I checked myself into the psychiatric ward, which I don't like freely like tell people that often because it doesn't sound very good. Like, you can't just open up a conversation and be like, hello, I was in a psychiatric ward. How about you? But I have found that you kind of find people that have also been in psychiatric wards and you're like, oh, what? Me too. It's very funny. It's like this small community it's an elite club. Anyway, at that point, I wanted to get better. I wanted to be fixed. And that was such a good thing. That was like a really good step for me. But here's like the main point of the video. Your mental illness, you gotta stay with me because it sounds really bad. Your mental illness won't go away. I wanted to be fixed so badly that I think in the last couple of years, I have been so depressed because I haven't been being fixed. Like that I have actively been trying and I haven't been better or fixed. And it wasn't until this last year that I have two realizations. One, my depression is not who I am. My depression is a side effect of the person that I am. I am a highly artistic person. I really like that's why I do videos, that's why I take photos, that's why I do music. I love like artistic stuff. I am an introvert. I have more of a melancholic personality. I'm a super sensitive person. And you know what? The depression is just maybe one of the cons of the person that I am. It's all just wrapped up in one. And that's how I've seen it. I'm like, I get really good stuff with the person that I am, but I got depression as well and anxiety. And you know what? I wouldn't trade those things because I actually, for the first time in a long time, am like happy with the person that I am. So I think seeing it like that has really, really helped me be okay with not being okay sometimes. The second thing I kind of want to talk about is that, you know, things in your life, you could be doing everything right. You could have a great job. Like right now, I have a great job. I have great friends. Things are going so well for me. But this past like 2 weeks have been so hard on me. And I've been going through a lot of emotional stuff. And I don't know why. It's funny because the things that I've always wanted that are kind of coming to fruition in my life aren't the things that are making me happy. It's the things like taking my dog out for a walk or going to the dog park or going to get a Diet Coke at McDonald's, which I get, it's not healthy, but it's fine. Or, you know, going to the farmer's market or going to the movie with my friends. Like, those are the things that like bring so much joy and like satisfaction in my life. And there's such small things, but those are like the most fulfilling parts of my day. And so I think the whole point of this video is that it's okay to not feel like you're doing great. And it's okay to feel like you're not progressing as long as you keep hope, I guess. That maybe someday you'll be able to cope better. Because you are able to live a really fulfilling life and have mental illness. I guess if anyone who sees this video is struggling with something that they feel the need to talk about, DM me on Instagram, email me, whatever. I just want people to not feel alone because there was a time in my life that I didn't have a support system and that sucked. Like, that sucked. So, yeah, if you need to talk or you have any questions about things I'm going through, or if someone else you know is going through these things and you want to talk about them, like talk about maybe understanding them better, like, just let me know. I'm here. Or if you just want to be friends, that works too. But anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and if you liked it, then like it. And if you want to see more of these videos, hit subscribe. And if you want to be notified when I do post videos, then just hit the bell icon. And I should be starting to do more like self-care videos, so like mental health stream kind of videos. But yeah, I hope you guys have a great day, and I'll see you guys soon.